Question: why exactly are so many people struggling in the UK to get by? It's no secret. Just look at our streets. London, Liverpool, Manchester. The amount of rough sleeping is clearly on the rise. The Trussell Trust reports that food bank usage is at record-breaking levels. Childhood poverty is going up, and the numbers of young people able to afford their own property after leaving university is going down. Workers in the public sector have seen their wages capped, while prices and inflation continue to rise. When the Tories came in 2010, after the 2008 crash, the country was told this by George Osborne:
"We're all in this together."
He stressed the need for the government to bring down spending, to make sure the national debt went down. So where did our government look to make these savings? You see, you'd have thought that the richest top 1% would have had their incomes taxed a bit more, and the banks and financial institutions whose risky behaviour got us into this mess in the first place would contribute more. After all, we did bail out the banks. So is this what happened? In fact, quite the opposite happened. Your school funding, your local hospital budgets, the local police forces was and is still being cut all across this country. And austerity isn't just a sheer inconvenience. The Royal Society of Medicine estimates that the effect of austerity on health and social care services has caused 30,000 deaths in England or Wales in 2015. Austerity does kill. Disabled people, punished through reduced benefits and sanctions, all for the crime of not being physically able to work. The poor, punished through a rigged economy, which does nothing to address zero-hour contracts and insecure employment. Tuition fees, tripled to discipline future generations of university goers, all for the simple crime of wanting to get a higher education. But the banks, who plunged our economy into chaos, you can bet they received their multi-million-pound bonus packages. Did any of this austerity work? The then Chancellor George Osborne argued that the budget deficit was brought to zero. Currently, the budget deficit stands at £69 billion, and for good measure, our credit rating has been downgraded. But no, let's not get at the banks and CEOs whose companies use clever tax evasion schemes to avoid paying tax. Let's demonise the benefit scroungers, because they're the ones hurting our economy, right? Don't be fooled. Don't swallow the government's Kool-Aid. People on benefits, immigrants, disabled people, and the very poor are not your enemy. Austerity has caused our country to become more divisive than ever. Despite being the 5th richest economy in the world, our government has cut vital services, leaving us fighting for scraps, leaving us divided. Neoliberalism has run rampant under the Tories, and now it's beginning to have an enormous stench. Our government lied to us. We weren't all in this together. While average household incomes have been squeezed, the top 1% and the bankers who caused this very mess have seen their incomes protected. Open up and realise that we don't get through a recession through cuts and privatisation. The government was told just that by the IMF. We get through it through high-tech jobs, investment in local communities and infrastructure. Just look at the success of Portugal. We are the United Kingdom. Don't let the choice by this government of austerity divide us up. Divided we fall, United Kingdom we stand. When you hear the rhetoric of immigrants and benefit scroungers being the problem for the ills of our society, challenge it, speak to your friends and let them know the truth about austerity and our government's decisions. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and share with friends.